Good afternoon, YouTube. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. I'm at the bug out location. Actually, it's the family camp, but it would be a phenomenal location if I had to bug out. I figured today was as good a time as any to come up and get the camper and get it back out the semi-rough dirt road before the road gets too bad and before the snow comes in. Then the only way in is by snowmobile. So I'm breaking in a new camera. I got a handheld little thing going on. I just made a video, forgot to turn on the volume on the microphone. So this is take 2. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my terrible view. I'm sitting on my dock, which is out of the water right now. Okay. This is where we come and sit and have lunch and put the kayaks in the water. Right there. The water's way down right now. It's usually way up here, but it's that time of year. We missed peak, so the colors are pretty drab here, but they're not terrible. It's still beautiful no matter what. I don't know if I can zoom in on that bad boy. Can pick up a little more of the color. This is a river that was man-made into a body of water, approximately 25 foot deep in the middle. And lots of fish in here. You can probably see there's a few stumps out there. We can see them now. Can't see them. There's a very, nothing above 7 horse allowed on here for a boat motor. I just use a little John boat. So let me get to the topic. Sorry, I get up here and want to tell you all about it. Who watched the debate last night? I did not. I'm already decided there was nothing that could happen that would sway me to change my mind. I find it hard to believe that there are people who still call themselves undecided at this time. Let's be real. You are either for America or for criminals and global enslavement. Okay, I'll take America on that one. So, I think the president did a good job of cornering Biden several times with Biden's own words. I would like to think that undecideds living in huge fracking states or good oil producing states saw last night that Democrats plan on eliminating their job and eliminating America's fuel. There is no alternative at this time. Wind and solar just do not cut it. They never will for the needs of this country. They just don't produce enough. But that was exposed. His healthcare lies were exposed. Biden and the Democrats themselves were exposed. I'm very, very disappointed that the moderator, who's a liberal hack, would not even bring up one question about all the obvious treason and criminal activities by Pedo Joe Jr. and the Democrats that are all mentioned in emails and text. How can this man still be walking freely? How can there be no indictment and arrest of Biden's? And why is he still in the race? I heard a theory the other day by Rush Limbaugh that he believes, and it makes very good sense, that the FBI knew about this for years, and the deep state scumbags in the FBI sat on this. Remember, Biden, Obama, Joe, you don't need to do this, don't run. They didn't want him, if that's the best they got, but then they realized how controllable he would be. They never thought that a lot of this information on these emails and texts would get out. Now they've lost all leverage because, let's face it, the Chinese, the deep state, were going to extort, blackmail Biden and the Democrats into doing whatever they wanted, or they would have released this stuff. Now it's all coming out. I added my own theory to this today, that I'm thinking maybe Joe was given some advice by the fellow traitors in his party to throw the debate last night and bow out gracefully or get blown out in the election so that the rest of them are not exposed. They would be willing to sacrifice another 4 years of a Trump presidency to protect their hides and take their chances in 2024, I believe. Well, let me know what you think about that. Oh, I'd like to thank everyone. My second to the last video on the coming violence post-election is at almost 200 views. For me, that is phenomenal. I appreciate it very much. Getting some very good comments now. So I'm going to sign off for now, but please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll get back to you in a few minutes.